Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between Evil Genius's Grubby versus Millennium's Tarson here on Testbug. We have Tarson spawning as, and he decided to change colors on me. Oh, good gosh. Alright, anyways, the red Terran player, not blue, red Terran over here at the 3 o'clock position. Meanwhile, we have the green Protoss player, Grubby. Grubby, always known for choosing the color green, even back in the Warcraft 3 days. I guess homage to the Orc race. Here at what I'll call the 11 o'clock position or 10 o'clock position. Testbug, one of my favorite maps that is currently not part of the Blizzard map pool. The reason why is this map is extremely balanced. However you divide the map up, it is almost pretty much symmetrical. Depending on how you line up against you and your opponent, you always know that it is never going to be a cross spawn, but it's always going to be this triangle spawn because there are only 3 spawning locations here on the map. So I am looking forward to this. Looking forward to this particular game, and yeah, nope. How come this is not working? Oh, this is an older replay. Apparently I do not have the little tabs, but it is allowing me to stay online. This is kind of odd. I was trying to get the control end up so you can see the pretty new display that they have between Grubby and Tarson, but it doesn't look like that's any setup. Anyways, Grubby now making his way out with this probe. Yeah, about a minute and a half into this game, I should probably start talking about this game. So a probe now will be making its way out, and then we'll quickly scout out Tarson here at the 3 o'clock position, and now we'll be able to take a look around. You can see Tarson excuse me, now training up a Marine, upgrading to an orbital command, canceling that last SCV there, as we also now see Tarson also scouting out in the counterclockwise direction. So we'll quickly come across Grubby in just a moment. Cybernetics core is now coming online, or currently being warped into play. There is not going to be any stalkers anytime soon. So the stalkers are not going to be able to get sight or try to shoo away that one particular SCV. We do have a Zealot currently in production, so that Zealot should be able to fend off against any early aggression, as a probe now backs off that Marine up on that ramp, able to shoo away that attack, any attacks there, as we now are going into a factory by Tarson. I do not see a second refinery yet, so I'm not 100% sure what exactly he wants to go for. He may try to go for a reactor at some point. No, he looks like he may just be going for a starport and getting that second refinery down. We can see a Zealot now going after that SCV. Oh, the SCV backing off and backing away. So it doesn't look like that SCV is really gonna... Oh, nice surround there by Grubby. Grubby using his Warcraft 3 micro skills in order to be able to pin that one SCV in that location, and now getting double gateways, has that Cybernetics core, and we'll see what type of aggression will be moved out as Marines are now being trained. We are getting a reactor now. That reactor will be a little bit late, perhaps train up one Hellion, and then after training up one Hellion, then lifting off and trying to swap places, or perhaps trying to use that to double train Marines and go into a starport and perhaps for some medevacs. So Marines with medevacs maybe coming in the near future. Are we going to get a tech lab here and do a swap between the factory and the starport for perhaps some Ravens? And we are getting a tech lab, and Tarson is going for double Marine. So this is the same build that he used on the previous map. So nothing too out of the ordinary there. That's how I was able to predict what he was going to do so accurately. 3 gateways. I don't see a 4th gateway coming in from Grubby just quite yet, or an additional production building. So I'm curious as to what exactly is going to be done. Grubby does have a proxy pylon here, which will allow him to warp in units on the far side and then get reinforcements very easily. A sentry now coming in as well, and you can see a Nexus also being warped in. So this is not a 4-gate all-in. This is a 3-gate push in order to try to get some damage. And now we are going to be getting Banshees. The problem is that Banshee is not going to have cloak nearly in time, and oh, the sentry, or sorry, the stalker, about to shoot down that one Hellion. The Hellion now backing off there as the stalkers and sentries are now just gathering off over here. That Hellion was trying to move out, was unable to do so, as a second assimilator and more Zealots are still being warped in, yes, on the low ground here. That Banshee will make its way out in just a moment. Still does not have any indication that we are going to be going for cloaking research, so those Banshees may get shot down very, very easily. We still see a lot of Stalkers, 1 sentry in this group, and what exactly is going to be happening as that Banshee is now on its way out, perhaps going to try to get some damage. There is a bunker here, and as the units try to walk up that ramp, having a very difficult time. The Stalkers are getting destroyed, and Grubby needs to retreat here. He should not be trying to attack at this time. This is way too well defended. And yeah, Grubby just losing a lot of units in that engagement. He should not have been trying to do that at all. Banshee now looking to deal some damage. We may get some Stalkers warping in along the backside in just a moment as well. If these gateways do not warp in or try to warp in units over here, this will be a very, very bad move, as that Banshee is now going to look to get as many kills as possible. Already in the backside of that base, looking to get some damage. 1 probe already down. Stalkers now coming over. The Stalkers were able to get some damage onto that Banshee, but already getting 3 easy kills as that Banshee able to fly away down to 100 hit points there. Units are in full retreat. Tarson now moving away. You can see that these destructible rocks most likely will get destroyed, and then we are going to have the siege tanks try to contain their opponent by placing the siege tanks right within blast range here, so that any units that walk across this rock line, which is the line of sight on that Xel'Naga watchtower, will quickly get destroyed. That is going to be very, very difficult, as that Banshee now coming in for more kills, getting an additional 3 kills. That Banshee is a little bit slower than those Stalkers, but the Stalkers have to stop in order to shoot. And now the Banshee coming back in to get even more damage, perhaps taking down one of these pylons, as we now have pressure on the front door. Marines, and now, sentries. Stalkers, both sides battling it out. The Marines are trying to make their way through that sentry, and I believe Grubby is going to be forced to say GG in just a moment. Stalkers and sentries continue to pull away. Tarson just very aggressive with this Marine siege tank Banshee play, and very, very effective with this just combination of units. More probes are just getting taken down left and right. Zealot, Stalkers, sentries continue to push out over here. Force field now on the ramp in order to make sure that no additional units come in, but Grubby losing many of his units uncharacteristically, as those units are just falling. And we see that there is an Immortal now being trained, and that Immortal is going to be very, very critical in trying to deal damage back towards those siege tanks. There are a lot of Marines though, and now in comes that Immortal. Immortal now trying to focus down at least some of those siege tanks. 1 siege tank able to pull away. The Immortal only has a range of 5, and you can see how far behind Grubby is at this stage in the game. I cannot imagine Grubby being able to mount a comeback at all. So Zealots and Stalkers continue to move out. We can see the SCVs are on auto repair, trying to repair the Banshee and the siege tank here. Another Banshee coming in to join in on the fight, and another siege tank, and it's just going to be a matter of time before these units roll their way up. And with the sight of those Banshees, those siege tanks can offer low ground support as the other units continue to try to push up that ramp. There is 1 Immortal there, and that Immortal will be will be key and critical in trying to stop this aggression. But with those Banshees and that double attack, a lot of damage can be easily dealt. You can see the Immortal trying to fight back there. The Banshees quickly going after the Stalkers, and now there's the GG. So game 2 in this series going to Tarson, as Grubby is unable to catch up and unable to effectively try to push up this ramp. This ramp that Tarson had with 1 bunker, 4 Marines inside, and a very nice arch. Grubby should not have tried to push up that ramp. I think that was the beginning of the end for him. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay between Grubby and Tarson here on Testbug.